Marjorie Taylor Greene, who we've been speaking about quite a lot in the last couple of weeks, has announced she will resign from office, I think, in January next year. It's an unexpected turn because she has been locked in a fairly amusing battle of words with US President Donald Trump, who called her a traitor after she has persistently called for the Epstein files to be released. And Donald Trump appeared to, give in to that this week, didn't he? So what's gone on? I mean, I was thinking, has someone given her a gift that's made it perhaps impossible for her to consider retaining a position? Something must have gone on. Well, I'm joined by John Sweeney, presenter of the global podcast Hunting Ghislaine. Good morning to you, John. Nice to see you.
Morning, Matthew.
It is a surprising resignation. I mean, I was under the impression she was prepared to fight anybody that Trump may have put forward to contest her seat.
It's a bit weird, but it's part of the political costs that Donald Trump has been paying, is paying, and will pay for his catastrophic friendship for more than a decade with Jeffrey Epstein. And what's kind of grimly fascinating is that this truly disgusting human being, this multi-millionaire paedophile Epstein, is still damaging his old friends from beyond the grave. And I think... Trump's great problem is that there is now a majority in the US, in both houses, both Congress and Senate, to publish the files, and he's got no choice. He's going along with it. I think what's happened behind the scenes is that his people, his acolytes, will have gone in and kind of airbrushed or deleted or redacted some of the stuff which may be particularly damaging to him. But this is a massive data dump. And the problem with this stuff is, unless you're across every single detail and the sequences. So, for example, Trump's people can take a damaging email out, but if there's a chain of emails, you can see what's missing, and then he's in trouble.
Can I just ask a little more about that, because you're moving into an area I'm really interested in, which is there has been a sort of an understanding that Donald Trump was reluctant to release the files because they may contain content that would be cause further embarrassment to him. I've been wondering just how clean the data release will be. You're suggesting it could be anything but clean. So how useful is this release of these Epstein papers going to be?
Well, it's information is light, Matthew. Information is light. Information about anything is light. So we'll get something. We'll get a lot, but we won't get everything. I think that I think we're going to get a novel version. However, it will still be very, very interesting. And Trump is right now paying a serious political cost, as I said, for this catastrophic friendship. Marjorie Taylor Greene was a fanatical supporter of Trump in the past, but she also, and this is, she is a bit of a fruitcake, but to be fair to her, she has sided with the victims of Epstein. She's got to know them and she's got to stand by them. And she became disgusted with Trump having, when out of power, kept on pressing Joe Biden to say, publish the Epstein files. And by the way, if you're serious about government, it's important to make a distinction between evidence that leads to criminal charges in court and that being processed, and what the authorities do with this great big investigation that took place. And remember, there were two police investigations: the first into Epstein by the Palm Beach Police Department, and then the second one by the FBI. And let's remember what happened is Palm Beach police officers had something like 40 girls who were underage or very close to being underage who said they'd been sexually assaulted, molested, abused by Jeffrey Epstein. And that led to only 2 charges against Epstein and a very, very soft sentencing. And then the gossip is, and it's not just gossip, that to the Republican Attorney General for the state of Florida, Acosta, was told to back off because intelligence was involved. What this means is that Epstein was doing favors for, one guesses, the CIA, that some of this stuff, that some of his posh friends or his powerful friends had committed things that could embarrass them, and Jeffrey knew about it. And one of the people right at the top of that list is Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
Who was shaking hands with Trump the other day.
Yes, he was. So is this the stuff that we're not going to see when the Epstein files are released? And I would say it's too early for Panso, but oh yes, it is.
I'm going to leave those questions hanging in there. May I ask, John, are you in Ukraine, as you often are when I speak to you?
Yes, I'm in Lviv en route to Kyiv. It's snowy. People, the mood here is bleak because of what Trump's ridiculous peace deal. It's a trap written by the Kremlin. You know, like in 1940, if Roosevelt had said to Churchill, oh, by the way, halve the British army, Churchill would have told him to stuff that up his pipe. And that's pretty much the message from Ukraine. Ukraine fights on.